I came home later than usual that evening, my heart racing as I opened the door. Standing beside me was a woman my wife had never seen before. The moment my wife looked up and saw us together, her face went pale, then red with anger. I could see betrayal forming in her eyes before I even said a word. She didn't shout at first. She just stared, silent, gripping the edge of the table as if trying to steady herself. The tension in the room was thick, and I knew exactly what she was thinking. To her, the scene was clear. Her husband had brought another woman into their home. Before I could explain, my wife accused me of cheating, her voice shaking with hurt. Every word felt like a knife because I understood why she felt that way. From her perspective, there was no innocent explanation that could make sense. I realized then how fragile trust can be. The woman beside me looked uncomfortable and tried to step back, clearly not wanting to be part of this moment. I raised my hands and asked my wife to please let me explain. It took a few seconds, but she finally nodded, though her eyes were filled with tears. I told her that earlier that day I had received a call from the hospital. My estranged younger sister had been in an accident, and I was listed as her emergency contact. The woman standing with me was a social worker, who had been helping her through recovery. I explained that my sister had no place to stay for the night, and was emotionally fragile. The social worker insisted on bringing her by to make sure she was safe and supported. I admitted that I should have called my wife first, but everything had happened so fast. My wife's expression slowly changed from anger to confusion. She looked at the woman again, this time noticing the professional calm in her demeanor. The social worker confirmed my story and apologized for the misunderstanding. The room fell quiet as my wife processed everything. She sat down heavily, wiping her tears, embarrassed by her assumption but still shaken by the shock. I sat beside her and took her hand, telling her I was sorry for not communicating better. The social worker soon left, thanking us for understanding. When the door closed, the house felt unusually quiet. My wife leaned her head on my shoulder, exhausted from the emotional storm. She admitted that her fear came from past insecurities, not from my actions alone. I listened carefully, realizing that this moment had revealed cracks we had been ignoring. Trust wasn't broken, but it needed care. We spent the rest of the night talking honestly, something we hadn't done in a long time. We spoke about fears, boundaries, and the importance of communication. It was uncomfortable but also healing. That night reminded me that love isn't just about loyalty. It's about clarity and reassurance. One misunderstanding nearly changed everything, but honesty saved us. From that day on, we promised never to let silence create stories worse than the truth.